Hey everybody, hope your day is going well. We are back with Disturbed, A Reason to Fight. This was a request by Petra. Thank you so much for this request and donation. I'm looking forward to this. A reason to fight. I have found many in life, so let's see what they are talking about here. I have an idea because people already recommended this before a long time ago on some other videos. Because of the things I was talking about. So let's see. I want to hear this.
Our world is plagued by an epidemic, by a disease that shows no mercy. The demons known as addiction and depression are very real. They have claimed far too many of those we love far sooner than they should have left us. Those still with us are fighting a battle they wage every day of their lives, keeping those demons at bay. It's up to us to show them that they aren't alone, that they have nothing to be ashamed of, that we understand, and that we will fight with them and for them.
Yeah, man. Being 3 years sober, I can definitely understand, in this time that I'm sober. It wasn't the first time I tried, so I've been up, I've been down, I think I finally got, like a grip on it. And I know about depression and anxiety my whole life. I had my first panic attack when I was 6, and it's still not gone. I still experience them, so I definitely understand a few demons, and I've seen some stuff. Dang, yeah, reason to fight, man. It's definitely worth fighting this battle. That's all I can tell you. I don't know how. For everybody, it's different. There's no copy-paste method. All I know coming out the other side, it's one worth fighting for. So if you're struggling, reach out. Yeah, man, it's definitely worth fighting for and getting up. You get beat down a lot by life. It only takes one more time to get up to finally get it to click. And I speak from experience.
And that we will fight with them and for them.
Thought we'd get a little closer to you for this one.
The song A Reason to Fight, I know it's personal to the group and it's very personal to me.
It reaches out to those who suffer from mental illness, addictions, or depression, any and all of the above.
There have been so many times in my life when I really wanted to stop fighting.
I am a survivor of a suicide attempt, and on paper I shouldn't be here.
I also am one of them. I've dealt with depression most of my life.
During high school, I did have those thoughts of suicide, and I was really in pain.
I had plans to kill myself.
I battle depression almost every day. It is a fight, it's a struggle.
I'm a recovering alcoholic. I started drinking at the age of 16, drank to forget all my problems, tried to commit suicide a couple of different times.
This song speaks out about so many different things to so many different people.
They have a message.
The message to fight the demons and suicide and depression.
The image in your eyes, reflecting the pain that has taken you. I hear it in your voice, so ridden with shame from what's ailing you.
That touched home with me. I lost my nephew a few years ago to addiction.
My grandfather had an addiction with alcohol. It was pretty bad growing up.
I lost my brother a year ago to depression. He took his own life.
It's good that they're trying to raise awareness on not only addiction, but depression also.
I've lost friends in the military, both to combat and to suicide.
Oh.
Yeah, man. I know I have friends that succumb to addiction, and not only addiction, also just depression and taking their own lives. I have family members, multiple family members that aren't here anymore because of depression. And, it's a hard time, and it's weird when you get out on the other end. It's sometimes I think to myself, why did I do it to myself? It's part, I made it worse I made some situations worse than it actually was. There were horrific situations thrown my way from a very young age. it's so complex, man. It's so complex, and like I said, it's different for everybody. Just so the way out is not clear, you know. There's no like do this and then do that. There's certain things you can do, nutrition wise, exercise, you know, all of that meditation, but that is not the magical cure, end all be all for everybody. There's medication, but usually it's a combination of many things to get out of it, and it's different for everybody. So that's why it's important to talk about it like they do, and you learn from everybody and listen to other people's stories. You soak it up like a sponge, and then you wring it out like life, right? And then your thing can come out of it, and you're going to try some things, you're going to fall, you're going to fail, and then you're going to get back up and try again. You know, because failure is not, there's no shame in that, you know, because addiction and depression comes with a lot of shame, and there's stigma, so you won't talk about it. And that only adds to the problems, right? The shame. That's a big one. Holy moly, man. Wow. Okay. That's why I like to react to stuff like this. You know, I know it's only a reaction video, but you never know who's listening and who might, you know, just need a virtual shoulder to cry on, or an ear, virtual ear, or just somebody talking, you know, to know that you are not alone in this. Damn, man. That's good.
Military, both to combat and to suicide.
About 5 years ago, I learned that my father committed suicide. And since then, I have been an advocate on why you should not do it.
I won't give up, so don't give in. You've fallen down, but you can rise again. So don't give up when the demon that's inside you is ready to begin. And it feels like it's a battle that you will never win. When you're ready.
There's always a reason, and right now you may not feel like you have a reason to fight. I didn't feel like I had a reason, and in the end I realized I have plenty of reasons to fight. But you can't do it alone, and it's okay to ask for help.
Yeah, those are very wise words, and in the lyrics as well, you know, there's nothing left inside, there's still a reason to fight, and it feels like a battle that you'll never win. So true. So the lyrics are very good in reflecting that feeling of people that are going through depression and addiction, you know, or addiction. You know, it might be both, it might be one of those. Mostly if you have addiction, you probably have both, or suffer from both, you know. The other not so much. But yeah, you feel like it's like I was in there like, how am I ever gonna get out of this thing? I didn't know. Like, I knew I was trying. I was constantly trying, and then you find yourself back with alcohol and substance, and then like, oh, how did I get here? How can I get out? You know, I was like begging to, I don't know, to all the deities in the universe that might listen. Like, how am I going to get out of this thing? You know, it's so tough. But now looking, you know, the benefit of hindsight is so crazy. It's hard to explain, but just know that there, like this gentleman said, there are plenty of reasons to fight. Sometimes you just can't see them yet. You know, sometimes if you need to find your way around the world, literally, you know, you walk in the streets of a city, you don't know what's around the corner. You know, it might be something great, you know, it might be a friend, it might be somebody, you know, it might be just a great sight that you see, that an unexpected sunrise behind a corner, right? That tunnel, that dark tunnel, you got to get through it. You just don't know. And that's what people, when they make that final decision, and I know plenty of them, who knows what would have been around the corner for them if they had just, you know, found that one reason or kept going a little bit. That's something I think about so many times. Have thought about it so many times.
Fight, but you can't do it alone, and it's okay to ask for help.
Yep.
We makes us stronger, everybody. Not I, not you. We.
Being there for someone who has that thought is the best thing you can do.
I fight with my demons every day.
It's a daily battle with the monsters in my head.
We all have our demons, and most of the time suffer in silence.
I don't go through it myself, but I see what she goes through.
We're not alone, although it takes a lot to accept that. But there is hope, and if you can offer hope, it can reinstill faith.
This just blew me away what happened today, because it gave me kind of the new understanding of what you can do with your music. It can be about actually changing people's lives. And David was super clear about what the call to action is, that we want to care about people who are in crisis right now.
We keep losing soldiers in this war, and I'm tired of losing so many people that are so talented, so many people that I care so deeply about, to the demons of addiction and depression. We lost Keith Flint from The Prodigy recently. I miss Chester, I miss Scott, I miss Chris, Paul Gray, Wayne Static. The list goes on and on and on. And this is not just an epidemic that affects the world of entertainment. Our veterans, our military, they're dropping like flies. 22 veterans take their own life every single day, ladies and gentlemen. And we do not do enough to support them. Being taken by addiction or depression is no one's fault. It is not something for you to be embarrassed of. It is not something for you to be ashamed of. Turn some light on these people, please. To prove to you that this is not an affliction that is exclusive to the world of entertainment, by a show of hands, how many of you have dealt with the demons of addiction and depression yourselves or know someone that has? Now take a look around at this arena. You are not alone. We're in this together, my brothers and sisters, my blood, and it's up to us to take a stand, to make a pact here, tonight, that we will not wait until the day of our beloved's funeral when we are standing in front of their casket and the words keep echoing through your mind, I wish I would have.
Are you ready to begin? This is a battle that we are gonna win. When you're aching for the
Mental health, mental illness, addiction, all of these kinds of things have such a negative connotation, and them taking the time to really pay attention to this, telling us we're not alone.
You're great leaders because you really want our people to succeed too.
It's pretty close.
Absolutely. 18 years sober.
I just celebrated 4 years clean from addiction.
As of writing this, I am 7 months sober. That took some serious bravery, ladies and gentlemen, and that's what we all have to be, is brave.
When bands like Disturbed publicly speak about mental illness, it helps open that door.
Thanks for telling your story. I told mine back in December for the first time, so...
Hey, bro.
Know what it's like. I know how hard it is to get up in front of one person or 10,000 plus people and tell your story like that.
Now I can say I'm 100% sober, but more importantly for me, 100% right now in a good spot in my head.
Yeah, I feel that, brother.
We can just help one person, then we're doing something right. That could be you. So ask for help if you get the chance, please.
Wow.
If you are in crisis or know of someone that is in crisis, please contact the National Addiction Hotline at 1-800-662-4357 or the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255. Through the strength and support of our extended family, we can make a difference to those who fight this war. We must continue to be their allies, their hope, their added source of strength. We must continue to give all of them a reason to fight.
Oh, that was very powerful. And I'm definitely going to check out the song just as is as well, because I definitely want to hear that uninterrupted. This was a very powerful video with the people's stories, because that is what it's ultimately about, right? But in this case, I just followed the link in the request, and I'm very grateful that I've seen it. I wasn't aware that it was going to be like this. Just seeing the people and talk, it has that effect of not being alone, and also people that have come out the other end of being really, really in a dark, deep place of trying to step out of this life and for some reason survived it, and then luckily they found like, oh wow, but what if it would have worked, like like this man, he saw he's in such a better space, and it's great to see. But for so many that don't get to experience that is heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking, really. And I heard somebody say, I'm fighting the demons every day. And I talked about it a bit in the beginning. This is a battle worth fighting. But sometimes I think the word fighting, it's hard to explain. I've been thinking about this. I do believe it's a battle worth fighting, but fighting with your demons every day, I have done that. And I don't think it helped my personal situation. I'm speaking solely for me now. It made it worse. Like, if you're going to be fighting with a person or arguing with another person, literally what happens, the reptile brain takes over the chimp brain, and you activate each other's primal instincts. And what's happening, one yells, the other yells louder, the other yells louder, the other yells louder. In war, we fight violence with violence, fire with fire, we create more fire. And we might be doing that too if we fight our demons. And sometimes, I don't know how I actually did it, but stopped fighting the demons and somehow made my peace with them and moved on. It helped to, the stuff that I was holding on to from the past, to let that go. And, I don't know. It's different for everybody, but in that instance of fighting, I believe it could be detrimental to go against them. For me, it was, at least. For me, it was. Because I kept adding to it. Because apparently, ultimately the demons are not literally demons. They are us. So fighting yourself could be, counterproductive. It's more about accepting yourself. And that's so hard. I still have issues with that. Loving yourself, accepting yourself. That seemed like a concept that was so alien to me. But I'm slowly getting there. I'm not there yet. It's not because, I'm 3 years sober, I've seen the light, now I'm the perfect dude. No, far, far from it. But I'm slowly getting there. I'm doing the work each day. Each day I'm doing this, not fighting, but not outrunning them either. I don't know. I don't know the verbiage I would use to describe it. Maybe you can help me. Thank you for being here, guys. I appreciate you. And I'm definitely going to be checking out the song as is as well. Have a wonderful day. And if you need help, reach out, man. Peace.